You've heard of Palantir, the secretive AI giant that powers governments, militaries, and Fortune 500 companies with cutting-edge data intelligence. A company that started with just a few engineers in Silicon Valley and now shapes global decisions worth billions. But here's the thing, what if there's another company right now trading for less than $1, building technology that could walk the same path? It's not hype. It's not some meme play. It's an AI-driven security and data company sitting quietly on the Nasdaq, almost completely ignored by the market. And while everyone's chasing the next NVIDIA or Palantir at sky-high prices, this one might be hiding in plain sight. So in this video, we're diving deep. I'll break down what made Palantir a powerhouse, how AI is reshaping the defense and security world, and reveal the one penny stock that could follow a similar trajectory, if everything clicks. But before I show you the name, let's understand what really makes an AI company explode. Palantir didn't become a trillion-dollar buzzword overnight. It earned that reputation by doing one thing better than anyone else, turning chaos into clarity. Back in the early 2000s, when most tech startups were chasing apps and social media, Palantir was quietly building data platforms for intelligence agencies, helping them detect patterns in oceans of raw information. It wasn't about making ads smarter or selling products. It was about saving lives, finding threats, and giving governments the power to see what others couldn't. Fast forward to today, Palantir runs data for militaries, healthcare systems, energy grids, and financial institutions. Every second, it processes terabytes of data from drones, satellites, and sensors to predict what might happen next. That's the real secret, not just AI, but actionable intelligence. Now, think about this. The world has entered a new era where data isn't just numbers on a screen. It's a weapon, a shield, and a currency. Every government, every corporation, every security agency wants AI that can interpret complex real-world data in real time. But here's the catch. Most small AI companies out there are focused on chatbots, image filters, or software gimmicks. Hardly anyone is tackling the heavy physical side of data, the kind that comes from airports, ports, borders, and cargo systems, where security and AI actually intersect. That's exactly where Palantir built its empire. And it's exactly where a new underdog could rise. Imagine a company using artificial intelligence not just to analyze numbers, but to physically see through containers, scan luggage, and detect threats before humans even notice. Imagine software that doesn't just predict or it prevents. That's the level of intelligence that built Palantir's legacy. And while big names dominate the AI conversation today, there's one little-known player quietly developing a similar model, trading for less than a cup of coffee. Before we reveal the name, let's look at what I searched for, the blueprint that separates hype from potential, and how this tiny company fits right into it. When I started looking for the next potential Palantir, I didn't chase hype or headlines, I chased structure. Real AI companies, the ones that survive, always have three core traits. First, they solve a critical problem, something so essential that governments or corporations can't ignore it. Second, they build an ecosystem of data, meaning every client they serve feeds more intelligence back into their system, making it smarter over time. And third, they have recurring revenue potential, long-term contracts, licensing deals, or SaaS models that compound growth. Most penny stocks fail because they only have an idea. They have no moat, no real product, no path to sustainability, but the company I found checks those boxes in a surprisingly realistic way. Before we get to the reveal, let's think about where the next AI frontier is heading. We already have models that generate text, images, and videos. But the future belongs to AI that understands the physical world, scanning, sensing, and predicting real-world events. Airports, cargo ports, customs, checkpoints, border control, all these places generate massive amounts of visual and sensor data every day. And right now, much of that data goes underutilized. Imagine the value in software that could analyze it in real time, detect threats, and automatically learn from every scan, all powered by AI. That's not science fiction anymore. It's happening quietly behind the scenes in companies you've probably never heard of, and one of them just happens to be trading under $1 on the Nasdaq. This company builds advanced scanning systems that merge artificial intelligence with 3D imaging, the kind of technology used to detect explosives, contraband, or other anomalies at airports and critical infrastructure points. It's combining hardware precision with AI insight, effectively giving machines the ability to see and think. That's a powerful combination, because once these systems are deployed, every scan generates new data that improves the AI, strengthens detection accuracy, and builds a long-term advantage. This creates a feedback loop just like Palantir's. More clients mean more data. More data means smarter systems, and smarter systems attract more clients. So after sifting through dozens of speculative names, I found one that fits perfectly into this new AI security landscape. It's small, it's under the radar, and yet its mission feels eerily similar to what Palantir was doing in its early days, using artificial intelligence to protect the world through data. This is where things get interesting. The company's name is Scantech AI Systems. Ticker is symbol STI, and if you've never heard of it, that's exactly the point. Scantech AI Systems, or ticker STI, might not make headlines yet. But the technology it's developing could quietly shape the backbone of future security infrastructure. This isn't a typical AI startup writing lines of code in a shared workspace. This company builds intelligent 3D scanning systems that merge hardware precision with machine learning. Their goal is simple yet powerful: to revolutionize how the world detects, inspects, and secures physical objects. Imagine walking through an airport checkpoint where the scanners not only see what's inside your bag, but also understand it, detecting hidden materials, unusual density patterns, or potential threats without human interpretation. That's the promise behind Scantech's AI-driven CT imaging systems. At the core of their innovation is a combination of computed tomography and deep learning algorithms. Traditional scanners can only capture flat images, 2D snapshots that require operators to interpret them manually. Scantech's systems, however, reconstruct those scans into full 3D images and then use AI to identify and categorize objects automatically. This eliminates guesswork, reduces human error, and drastically speeds up throughput in high-traffic environments like airports, shipping ports, and customs facilities. For governments and logistics companies, that's a game changer. Faster, safer, and smarter inspections with real-time AI insights. The company's target market alone tells you how ambitious it is. Global security screening and inspection is a multi-billion-dollar industry, projected to grow sharply as nations increase automation at borders, airports, and critical infrastructure. Governments are actively searching for AI-based solutions that reduce manual intervention and improve accuracy, and Scantech's product line directly aligns with that demand. This is the exact kind of strategic niche that Palantir tapped into. High-tech systems that solve real operational problems for clients who can afford to pay big. But Scantech isn't stopping at just selling machines. The real potential lies in the data. Every time one of their systems performs a scan, it generates valuable imaging data. Over time, those scans create a massive dataset that can train future models, refine threat detection, and unlock predictive capabilities. It's a long-term flywheel. The more systems they sell, the smarter the network becomes. This mirrors Palantir's early structure. Use contracts and deployments to gather unique data, then build intelligence products around it. That's how small companies turn into platforms. Now, of course, the numbers tell a different story. It's still early days. The company trades below $1, which puts it in speculative territory. Like most small caps, it's dealing with limited cash flow, early-stage contracts, and the challenge of scaling globally.